vyavasāyātmikā buddhir ekeha kuru-nandana bahu-śākhā anantāś buddhayo vyavasāyinām.
Those who are on this path are resolute in purpose, and their aim is one. O beloved child of the Kurus, the intelligence of those who are irresolute is many-branched.
Commentary by Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada of Gaudiya Sampradaya. A strong faith that by Krishna consciousness one will be elevated to the highest perfection of life is called vyavasāyātmikā intelligence. Faith means unflinching trust in something sublime. When one is engaged in the duties of Krishna consciousness, he need not act in relationship to the material world with obligations to family traditions, humanity or nationality. Fruitive activities are the engagements of one's reactions from past good or bad deeds. When one is awake in Krishna consciousness, he need no longer endeavor for good results in his activities. When one is situated in Krishna consciousness, all activities are on the absolute plane, for they are no longer subject to dualities like good and bad. The highest perfection of Krishna consciousness is renunciation of the material conception of life. This state is automatically achieved by progressive Krishna consciousness. A person in Krishna consciousness is the rare good soul who knows perfectly that Vasudeva, or Krishna, is the root of all manifested causes. As by watering the root of a tree one automatically distributes water to the leaves and branches, so by acting in Krishna consciousness one can render the highest service to everyone, namely self, family, society, country, humanity, etc. If Krishna is satisfied by one's actions, then everyone will be satisfied. Service in Krishna consciousness is, however, best practiced under the able guidance of a spiritual master who is a bona fide representative of Krishna, who knows the nature of the student and who can guide him to act in Krishna consciousness. As such, to be well versed in Krishna consciousness one has to act firmly and obey the representative of Krishna, and one should accept the instruction of the bona fide spiritual master as one's mission in life. The whole process, however, depends on perfect knowledge of the soul beyond the conception of the body, not theoretically but practically, when there is no longer a chance for sense gratification manifested in fruitive activities. One who is not firmly fixed in mind is diverted by various types of fruitive acts. Commentary by Sri Vishvanatha Chakravarthi Thakur of Gaudiya Sampradaya. Moreover, among all types of intelligence, that intelligence concentrated on Bhakti Yoga is the best. Resolute intelligence fixed in Bhakti Yoga is only one. The meaning of this is illustrated as follows: my sadhana is to serve the lotus feet of the Lord, to remember and glorify Him as instructed by my Guru. That only is my goal. The intelligence of others, however, is not ekeha. Those intellects are unlimited, anant, rather than one, because of the unlimited desires to fulfill in karma yoga. The intellects have infinite branches because of the infinity of actions in their practices. Thus the intelligences, concentration on different objects, are said to be infinite or many. And the branches of the respective sadhanas are also infinite, since karma, jnana and bhakti must all be performed. Commentary by Sri Ramanujacharya of Sri Sampradaya. In every ritual sanctioned by the scriptures, the buddhi or disposition of mind marked by resolution is single. The buddhi marked by resolution is the buddhi concerned with acts which must be performed by one desirous of liberation, and not any kind of work. The term vyavasāyā means unshakable conviction. This buddhi, disposition of mind, comes out of prior determination about the true nature of the self. But the buddhi concerning the performance of rituals or fulfill certain desires is marked by irresolution. The buddhi, mental disposition, marked by resolution has a single aim, because it relates to the attainment of a single fruit. For, as far as one desiring release is concerned, all acts are enjoined only for the accomplishment of that single fruit. Therefore, since the purpose of the scriptures here is one only, i.e., liberation, the buddhi regarding all rituals taught in the scriptures too is only one, as far as liberation seekers are concerned. But the buddhi of the irresolute ones, who are engaged in rituals for winning such fruits as heaven, sons, cattle, food, etc., are endless, fruits being endless. Therefore, the buddhi of irresolute ones has many branches and are endless. The purport is, in performing obligatory and occasional rituals, all fruits, primary and secondary, promised in the scriptures, should be abandoned, with the idea that release or salvation is the only purpose of all scripture-ordained rituals. Sri Krishna condemns those who perform acts for the attainment of objects of desire. Commentary by Sri Sridhara Swami of Rudra Sampradaya. It may be asked why the difference between actions performed without desire and actions done with desire is being given. The answer to this is being given in this verse. By karma yoga, which is performed surrendering all actions to the Supreme Lord, there is spiritual intelligence, which when bequeathed gives single-pointed determination resolute in spiritual consciousness. But in the case of those enacting actions with desires of fruitive rewards, their thoughts are endless due to their desires being endless. Indeed, they have unlimited diverse branches and thus diluted by having too many conceptions in the form of all their desires. But fruitive actions of one motivated by rewards are always tainted by the imperfection of fruitive desires, which is binding to fruitive reaction as well as the defect of not surrendering their actions to the Supreme Lord. Hence it can be seen that there is indeed a great difference between the two. Commentary by Sri Madhvacharya of Brahma Sampradaya. Listen to these words with a balanced and equipoised mind. Thus has it been stated. Unlimited are the various conditioned states of the mind due to the influence of uncountable impressions leading to innumerable opinions. Therefore, Arjuna may have a doubt and inquire, how can he have faith in these words without any reservation? Anticipating this, the Supreme Lord neutralizes this query with this verse. Amongst all the prescribed recommended opinions having truthful attributes, there is always singular unity. This is the actual meaning. Propitiation of the Supreme Lord Krishna is performed only by very few, as only a very few actually possess the quality of being singular and resolute in their commitment. Any performance done by others is disparate and irresolute due to the overwhelming impressions within their mind, giving them an endless procession of distracting opinions. Commentary by Sri Keshava Kashmiri of Kumara Sampradaya. There is a huge difference between the mentality of intelligence involved in actions seeking fruitive reward and the mentality of the spiritually evolved engaged in selfless actions not seeking rewards devoted to the Lord Krishna, which bring great happiness. Thus Lord Krishna says the word vyavasā or resolute. The purpose for actions must be resolute. One should perform actions with the thought that it is for the ultimate satisfaction for Lord Krishna, thinking that their action will please him and for not other reason. This resolute intelligence gives one the realization that they will easily be liberated by the Lord's grace from samsara, the ocean of birth and death in the material existence, and only by his grace. It is one-pointed because its aim is solely for the service and devotion of the omnipotent, omniscient, Supreme Lord Krishna, the controller and dispenser of all rewards and the sole destination of all those seeking liberation. Those of fragmented intelligence, who have not perceived reality and whose endless desires for fame, wealth, power, etc., and who by their actions are dictated by procuring and accumulation and work and reward. Their intelligence is fragmented into endless directions, each unique unto itself, and of diverse types, all leading to misery. These things can only be perceived by direct experience. Commentary by Sri Adi Shankaracharya of Advaita Sampradaya. It is resolute by nature and annuls the numerous branches of the other opposite thoughts, since it originates from the right source of knowledge. Those again, which are the other buddhayo thoughts, they are bahu-śākhā, possessed of numerous branches, i.e., possessed of numerous variations. Owing to the influence of their many branches, the worldly state becomes endless, limitless, unceasing, ever-growing, and extensive. Endless, because it does not cease till the ricks of full enlightenment. Limitless, because the worldly state, which is an effect, springs from an unreal source. But even the worldly state ceases with the cessation of the infinite branches of thoughts, under the influence of discriminating wisdom arising from the valid source of knowledge. The irresolute one's thoughts are indeed innumerable under every branch, i.e., of those who are devoid of discriminating wisdom arising from the right source of knowledge.